So what if you could get a little sneak peek into the very near future? Well, it looks like Google just gave us one. It's kind of disguised as a list of tips from the year 2025. Let's take a look at what our daily lives might look like, probably a lot sooner than we think. And it's not just a couple of ideas. We're talking about a full list of 40 tips. 40 different ways AI is expected to weave itself so deeply into our lives that, honestly, we'll probably wonder how we ever got by without it. This isn't sci-fi, folks. It's basically next year's user manual. And the key thing to get here is that these aren't just a bunch of separate features. The way Google frames it, these are entirely new ways of interacting with our world. We're moving away from just typing commands and into having actual conversations with our tech to get things done. So, you ready for this? We're about to see how all these practical examples paint a really clear picture of the AI-powered reality that is, well, just around the corner. Okay, to make sense of all 40 of these tips, we've bundled them into 5 key areas. We'll start with a quick overview of the tech, and then we'll dive into how it's going to change learning, creativity, our day-to-day routines, and of course, work. So, what's the engine driving all of this change? Well, it really all comes down to a massive leap in just how smart and capable the AI models themselves have become. And here it is. Meet Gemini 3. Now, the key phrase you want to pay attention to is multimodal understanding. What does that mean? It means it doesn't just get text. It understands images, video, and even code all at once. And agentic coding capabilities? Well, that means the AI can take a goal you give it and then write and run its own little programs to make it happen. This is the brain behind all the magic we're about to see. All right, let's jump into our first area, smarter learning. The days of just passively searching for information, they're pretty much over. AI is becoming an active partner in how we actually learn stuff. This slide just illustrates the new level of control we're getting. With a tool like NotebookLM, you can actually choose your research style. You can say, hey, I need a quick answer now, and pick fast research. Or you can say, you know what, go deep on this, and it'll perform a whole in-depth analysis for you. And this is so important. This isn't about AI doing your homework for you. It's about doing it with you. You can upload your class notes and boom, Gemini creates a study guide. If you're stuck on a coding problem, it'll walk you through how to fix it. The crucial point is that it's a guide. It's a partner that's helping you really understand the material. And it just keeps going. The AI can create flashcards from your notes to test you. It can take a super dense academic paper and simplify it down to the key points with one tap. Or it can create these interactive visuals to help explain really complex topics. Knowledge is just becoming so much more accessible. Okay, so from learning, let's pivot over to creating. I think for a long time, the fear has been that AI would replace human creativity, but the model that we're seeing here is totally different. It's AI as a co-pilot, something that handles all the tedious stuff so you can just focus on your vision. I mean, just look at this toolkit. You can edit photos just by describing what you want. You can animate a still image using these new filmmaking tools. Or you can turn a simple story idea into a fully illustrated book. You can even take pictures of the cookies you baked and have AI generate a polished recipe book. It's wild. And just think about the power of this for a second. Instead of spending hours in some complicated software, you can just say, erase the fence. And just like that, the photo is perfect. That barrier to doing complex creative work is just dissolving. Or how about this one? I mean, how many of us have a shoebox full of old, faded family photos? The ability to just ask your phone or your computer to restore this old photo, that is such a powerful and honestly emotional use of this tech. It's connecting us to our own past in a totally new way. So yeah, whether it's just a tiny tweak or a massive project, the pattern here is crystal clear. AI is becoming this collaborator that just amplifies our own creative instincts. All right, next up, our everyday lives. This is where AI moves from being a tool you have to actively use to being this seamless layer that just streamlines everything. It's almost like a remote control for your entire life. And the examples here are just so diverse. You can control your watch with a simple pinch of your fingers. You can ask your search engine to literally call a local store for you to see if they have an item in stock. Or you can point your phone's camera at a squeaky chair and get real-time instructions on how to fix it. And look at this home automation command. This is not some rigid if this, then that code. It's natural, conversational language that controls the physical world around you. That is a really profound shift in how we interact with our environment. And really, that's the big idea here. Technology should adapt to us. not the other way around. The goal is to be able to manage these really complex tasks, like planning a whole trip that's scattered across 10 different browser tabs, with a single simple request. And finally, let's talk about work. AI is really poised to become your most efficient colleague. You know, the one who takes over all the repetitive tasks and always seems to find the right information at exactly the right time.
What's really clever here is how this stuff is getting embedded directly into the tools we already use every day. Right inside Gmail, it'll suggest meeting times. In Google Sheets, there's a new AI function that can instantly categorize thousands of lines of customer feedback. So it's not some separate app you have to learn. It's like a superpower for your existing workflow.
And this extends to creating professional stuff too. You can turn your research notes into a narrated video explainer, or transform a messy brainstorm board into a polished slide deck. We'll even be able to save and share our best prompts as gems to automate our most common tasks. So the trend is pretty obvious, right? AI is moving from being a novelty to being a utility. It's becoming this deeply integrated partner that just quietly makes almost everything we do a little bit better, a little bit easier. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question. When every task has an AI co-pilot that can handle the tedious, boring parts of our day, what are we going to do with all that reclaimed time and energy and focus? What new problems will we solve? What new art will we create? That right there is the real future this is all pointing towards.